Hi, my name is Maria Ventura, and today I plan to talk to you guys about how this one store came so worldwide. I intend to tell you how Starbucks began, if they had any obstacles, and how the company spread. Chances are you've had Starbucks before, or you're drinking one now, or you're thinking of one, because I know I am. But do you know who helped get that Starbucks into your hand? Or who had the idea of Starbucks in a new direction? Well, I plan to talk to you guys about the evolution of Starbucks. I've been a customer for over 4 years, and this is why I think qualifies me to talk to you about Starbucks. The first topic I plan to talk to you guys about is the beginning of Starbucks. It started with 2 students and 1 professor. Of course, they're in college. And they were inspired. The second point is if there were any challenges they had to overcome, which was in 2008. The last point I'll be talking to you guys about is the growth and spread of the company. The first Starbucks was opened in 1971 in Seattle, Washington. As you can see here, it's named 1912 because it was the name of the place they were in, 1912 Pike's Market. It started off with Jerry Baldwin, Gordon Boker, and Zeev Ziegel. They were the original founders of Starbucks, as you can see here, from left to right. They were inspired by Peet's Coffee and Teas. They wondered how Pete could make a profit of only selling coffees and tea. I wonder that too, of course. When they first opened, they would sell only roasted coffee beans. And then after time started passing, they opened it into a coffee shop. It wasn't until 1987 when Howard Schultz came into the picture. This is Howard Schultz holding a Starbucks coffee because he is now the CEO of Starbucks. He was the director of retail operations and head of marketing. Later on, he left, and once he came back, he became the Starbucks CEO. He made more changes like adding teas and espressos, frappuccinos, and much more. According to Joseph Michelli in the Starbucks Experience, he says most of us didn't know that there was any other way to enjoy Starbucks, or any coffee to be exact. Now that you have heard how Starbucks began, let's see what happened throughout the years. In the beginning, the only real obstacle Starbucks had was choosing what logo they would have and what's the name. Of course, you can all guess the name was Starbucks. Here is the first logo they ever had. Then, here in 1992, you see how it changed dramatically. And in 2011, and the last but not least, now, 2015, 2016. You see how the Starbucks logo changes from a mermaid holding 2 tails to a mermaid wearing a crown and smiling, of course. The obstacle that made the books in 2008 was when they had some tough times in the economy. According to Claire Miller in the New York Times, there was such an economic slowdown that customers didn't want to buy expensive coffee. I mean, can you blame them? Who would, right? They wanted something cheap, so the next cheap but good thing was McDonald's. Since this recession was going on for a while, it was time to close. They closed around 600 stores worldwide, and it has affected 6,000 employees, not to mention the ones that were about to start. This is when the My Starbucks idea was thrown out to see if the customers would share their ideas. This, indeed, did bring customers back. There were millions of ideas. This showed the customers that the company cared about why they thought this Starbucks was good. This brought Starbucks their mojo back. Yay! Let's take a look at how Starbucks is known worldwide. Starbucks is one of the best companies known all around the world. It doesn't need no television ads. To be sincere, I personally think, and I know I have never seen a Starbucks commercial, but please do tell me that you have. I'll agree with you, or show me you have, right? They have firm ground on their products and have loyalty to their customers. Like Adrian Campos said in the Motley Fools, there are 3 key components in order to keep the people wanting more. The first component is quality. They have good quality of coffee, but that doesn't mean that's good. They need to have good quality of machines, coffee machines, which they do. The second component is service, because they need a baristas to give us good service, or else there won't be any loyalty to the customers, right? For them to have good service, the baristas spend over 30 hours training. This makes them professional if you think about it. They are capable of handling 200 customers in 1 hour. The last but not least component is ambience. They need ambience because they choose the color combinations, the couches, the lighting to create a warm and environment for us to love, coffee lovers, right? Finally, we see how there are a lot of Starbucks stores, especially in the city. Am I right? We see the beginning of Starbucks, how they dealt with the economic crisis, and how it became a worldwide company. Did you know that there were about 22,519 stores all over the world, including Central America now, since 2015? This is a map showing you guys how it spread worldwide, starting just in one store, and this is how it's become a few years later. Thank you so much.